Hey guys, so we're in Belfast and we are here exploring the city on a city walking tour via GPS My City. Now if you don't know what GPS My City is, I covered it in my US Route 66 vlogs. It's a brilliant little app that will take you around most of the cities across the world. So let's go and explore Belfast, the Northern Irish city. Let's go! Inside Belfast City Hall, you'll find a large exhibit taking you through Belfast's history. It begins with several stained glass windows portraying different aspects of the life and times in Belfast. This is Lord Pirrie, Mayor of Belfast 1896 to 1897, but also Chairman of Harland and Wolff Shipyard. Belfast's nickname, Linenopolis, comes from the city's role as the world's linen capital during the 19th century. The linen industry was a major factor in the city's economic and social development, and it drove rapid population growth. Linen mills were commonplace within the city and employed women and children to work in their mills as they could be used as cheap labour. The City Hall exhibit continues into the 21st century and includes a wealth of historical information. Simply too much to cover in this video, but if you're in the city, it's well worth a visit and it's free. Hey guys, so we've just been exploring City Hall in Belfast. Amazing building, didn't realise, but there's a massive exhibit, and I mean massive exhibit, it took us a while. Inside, completely free, worth checking out if you're in Belfast, City Hall. We're now walking to an old saloon, don't know much about it, but yeah, let's go and have a look at this old saloon. The Crown Saloon is owned by the National Trust, but it's still very much a working bar. On its second floor is a restaurant overflowing with history, culture and amazing food. After stopping off at the Crown for some food and refreshments, we headed back into Belfast to see the Opera House and many of the city's churches and cathedrals. We also found some pretty cool street art. Once we were done with our walk, we headed back to our hostel to relax for the evening. Good morning guys, it's a lovely Thursday morning and we're out exploring Belfast again. I'm currently stood in front of the City Hall, checked it out yesterday, it was really cool. Now we're going on another city tour, taking in different sites and finishing up at the RMS Titanic. Let's go, come on. Hey guys, so today we are exploring the RMS Titanic Museum here in Belfast. We will be going into the museum itself to explore the Titanic and the construction of it. And behind me is the Nomadic, which we are about to go and explore first. Let's go and explore the Titanic and its history. Come on! The SS Nomadic was built alongside her sister ship, the RMS Titanic. She was designed by Thomas Andrews, and even today, the similarities between her and the Titanic are plain to see. The Nomadic is well known for her role in transferring passengers to the Titanic in April of 1912 in Cherbourg, France, but her history goes far beyond this one task. Nomadic has served in both world wars and has had over 50 years of service carrying thousands of passengers. Nomadic also spent almost 3 decades docked alongside the Eiffel Tower in Paris as a floating restaurant. Thankfully, after 100 years, she is back home in Belfast, and thanks to so many, has been restored back to her 1912 original glory. She is the only remaining White Star Line ship designed by Thomas Andrews that visitors can still see today, and she's well worth the visit. Some of Nomadic's most famous passengers throughout its history include Sir Bruce Ismay, Benjamin Guggenheim, the unsinkable Molly Brown, Dorothy Gibson, Mary Curie, Charlie Chaplin, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, to name a few. On the 10th of April 1912 from Cherbourg, France, Thomas Andrews sent a letter to his wife in which he wrote, "We reached here in nice time and took on board quite a number of passengers. The 2 little tenders looked well. You will remember we built them about a year ago. We expect to arrive at Queenstown at 10:30 AM tomorrow. The weather is fine and everything is shaping for a good voyage. I have a seat at the doctor's table." The letter was sent to his wife, who he would never see again.
His Lordship was talking about the largest dry dock in Belfast. Enormous gantries. A dry dock built for a ship that hadn't even been built yet.
The footman here's in service, he keeps to himself, James.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harrison. They didn't say anything precise. I was merely speculating.
You may have speculated more accurately than you realised.
I did?
I, of course, was privileged to accompany the gentleman to the smoking room. And they are indeed proposing a new generation of ocean liners.
Big ships, Mr. Harrison.
The largest and most luxurious ever. Not so fast as Cunard's Lusitania, but half as big again, and more to the liking of the upper crust. 3, I think they said.
Beats me where they find this sort of money from.
That's the clever part, James. Mr. Ismay has the backing of the distinguished American financier John Pierpont Morgan through his shipping firm, the International Mercantile Marine Company.
But I thought he built British ships.
They fly the British flag, James, and they shall be constructed in our finest shipyard by our most skilled craftsmen. Great Leviathans acting as ambassadors for the Empire.
British ships built with American money. Whatever's the world coming to?
That's not for the likes of you and I to wonder, James. I don't suppose either of us will ever be privileged to travel in such magnificent surroundings.
Thomas Andrews was the chief designer at Harland and Wolff. Andrews was born in 1873 in Comer, County Down. He left the Royal Belfast Academic Institution, aged 16, to join Harland and Wolff as a fast-tracked apprentice. Despite the shipyard being owned by his uncle, Andrews received no special favours on his way up the career ladder. From 1907, he was one of the managing directors in charge of design and 53 sections of the yard. He was known to tirelessly tour the yard with a paint-smeared bowler hat, grease on his boots, and the pockets of his blue-lined jacket stuffed with plans. He won the respect of ship owners and riveters alike. In 1908, he set up home with his wife, Helen Riley Barber, on Windsor Avenue in Belfast. Thomas Andrews perished in the sinking of the RMS Titanic on the morning of the 15th of April, 1912. Here we can see a postcard and letter written by second-class passenger Esther Hart, detailing the Hart's family experience on the Titanic. Notably, Eva's contribution can be seen at the bottom left of the postcard. Eva was the last remaining Titanic survivor, aged 7 at the time of the sinking. On the 15th of April, 2:20 AM, the RMS Titanic sank, leaving behind a lasting legacy that still intrigues people today, 112 years after the disaster. At the time of the sinking, approximately 1,500 people went into the water, with only 712 people making it to lifeboats, and very few people indeed being pulled from the water alive. The Titanic should be remembered always as one of the worst maritime disasters of the 20th century, but also as a lesson that nothing we build, create, or do is truly unsinkable. Thank you for watching this episode of my Northern Ireland adventure. Tune in next week to see us go looking for giants and give one final look around Belfast. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any notifications for new content coming to the channel. And remember, you only live once. Live big!